Today, we'll be getting into the latest new information on the WWE fan who attacked Seth Rollins on Raw. It became a real viral moment with serious consequences for the fan, so we'll get into that. We'll also take a look at Bray Wyatt's first confirmed appearance and why Mariah Carey is responding to Roman Reigns. So let's get things started with this insane moment from Raw of Seth Rollins getting attacked by the fan at Barclays Center. This all went down after Seth Rollins encountered with Finn Balor. Seth Rollins walks up the ramp as he normally would, but all of a sudden someone comes running at him at full force from the side of the entrance stage and tackled Seth to the ground. Seth instantly put the fan in a headlock until the referees and other backstage personnel held the man down. Seth Rollins got up and said a few things to the fan while several people came out to carry the fan out. Becky Lynch even stepped out to the stage to check on Seth Rollins. ESPN reports that the 24-year-old male who attacked Seth Rollins is being held on charges of attempted assault and attempted violation of arts and cultural affairs, according to New York Police Department. WWE even released a statement on the situation and had this to say, quote, WWE takes the safety of its performers very seriously. The individual who attacked Seth Rollins has been turned over to the NYPD and will be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. End quote. It was officially reported that this individual was allegedly catfished and scammed by a fake Seth Rollins account online, and his alleged response to that situation happening was to attack the actual Seth Rollins. As far as access to the Barclays Center, nothing has been confirmed yet, but you just have to assume that this individual could most likely end up with a lifetime ban from the venue for all future events of any kind. Thankfully, Seth Rollins didn't seem to be hurt, and the situation was handled pretty quickly, but you gotta be ready for something like that to happen at any second. For this fan to jump the barricade, have enough time to charge up a full run, and actually make full body contact with Seth Rollins and tackle him to the ground is an awful look for security. Even after the incident took place, it was a couple of WWE referees that were the real first responders, not venue security. So that is another concerning matter as well. Seth obviously wasn't prepared for that. His head could have bounced off the floor. He could have been concussed, or even worse. So it's very scary to think about all the bad turns that it could have taken. So hopefully this incident puts everyone on notice and security will be more alert at future WWE shows and just any other form of entertainment. Fans pay to see a show, not take part in it. So there will be heavy consequences for breaking the law and endangering a member of the show like this. There's finally some news regarding Bray Wyatt's first confirmed appearance after his WWE release. WrestleCon has announced Bray Wyatt as the first official name for WrestleCon 2022 in Dallas, Texas. 200 talent appearances are set for the show, and Bray was the first name to be revealed from the list of 200. And rightfully so, it's a big deal and a big first appearance. Everyone has been waiting for a Bray Wyatt interview or even an appearance somewhere, and this is the first confirmed event for him, post-WWE. It'll be a meet and greet session, so fans will be able to meet Bray, and maybe they'll have even a question and answer session of some sort. So there's a lot to look forward to there for Bray Wyatt's first appearance since his release. The great Mariah Carey recently responded to Roman Reigns. So what's going on there? Well, Roman Reigns appeared on The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon recently to promote Survivor Series. Roman opened up his appearance with a funny story about his daughter and himself. Roman said that they were having a conversation with his daughter on how Christmas music before Thanksgiving is a popular debate. So, taking that conversation into consideration, Roman decided to play a prank on his daughter by blasting Mariah Carey's Christmas hit, All I Want for Christmas Is You, when he dropped her off at school, so that she'll be embarrassed jumping out of the car with Christmas music just blasting from the car. Roman explained the story and had this to say while appearing on Jimmy Fallon, quote, "Well, She was explaining to me that right now the whole Christmas music before Thanksgiving is a big thing. They're trying to cancel this whole situation of Mariah Carey, and that's just craziness to me. So we're pulling up and I'm dropping her off at school, and it's like a little circle, that you have to drop them off at. And as soon as we pull up to the circle, I just crank All I Want for Christmas Is You. And as soon as she opens the door, I just crank it up again. She melts. And then literally, there were like 5 of her friends turning the corner, going to classes, that all witnessed this whole situation. She closes the door as fast as she can, and she has a project in the back seat, so she has to reopen the door. End quote. Roman Reigns' story went so viral that it eventually made it back to Mariah Carey herself. She responded to Roman Reigns on Twitter and said, quote, "Would love to see it," end quote. As far as everything else Roman Reigns related, he is of course coming off a huge win over Big E. And surprisingly enough, Jimmy and Jay didn't get involved. There was no cheating at all. Roman Reigns defeated Big E straight up. Did it hurt Big E's momentum? No, not really. He bounced back the following night with a successful title defense and continues to stand tall over Seth Rollins and Kevin Owens. So, things are still going well for him. For Roman Reigns, it's not clear who his next opponent is in this very moment. For Big E, we know he's dealing with both Kevin Owens and Seth Rollins, but for Roman, there's still a big question mark there. There will be no December pay-per-view event, so everything that happens in the month of December will most likely be a build-up for WWE's Day 1 event in January. Drew McIntyre definitely sits on top of all the SmackDown talent as the big potential threat towards Roman Reigns' title. But we can't forget Brock Lesnar as well. He's expected to make an appearance in the month of December, and WWE has already started to tease his return as well. So, Roman has a lot of potential opponents floating around his island of relevancy, as he likes to call it. And it doesn't even have to be about Roman per se. They can switch the direction back to being an inner conflict amongst the bloodline. We saw how Roman reacted when Jimmy and Jay lost to the New Day. He flipped out and said it was a disgrace. Well, now, we can't forget that Jimmy and Jay are coming off another big loss against RK Bro at Survivor Series. Jimmy and Jay were representing both their brand and their family at Survivor Series, but they lost. And knowing how Roman reacts to losses, it'll be out of character if this big loss of Jimmy and Jay gets swept under the rug. This loss should definitely catch Roman's attention, and he'll most likely make mention of it again to Jimmy and Jay. So on top of all the possible contenders for the Universal title, Roman can now have even more conflict inside of his own locker room with all these losses from Jimmy and Jay. But what are your thoughts on today's stories? Leave your comments below. Don't forget to subscribe with all notifications on, and leave a like if you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, guys.